Hello, this is Gary Wishon, the Happy Heathen. Ah, even though I don't do live hangouts that much anymore, I still get into the pointless, stupid argument with believers from time to time. And this one recurring argument I get is because a friend of mine works at a gas station, and when you work at a gas station, you get somebody who's talking to you and talking to you and talking to you about everything you never wanted to know and was smart enough not to ask, but he's gonna fucking tell you. You can't really do anything because unless he's doing something really over the top, you can't throw him out. I came in the middle of something like that recently, and I thought Mark, being an atheist, doesn't want to hear this guy go on about God. So I got into this debate with Ed, the believer. I want to use this argument next time I run into Ed, if I have the misfortune of doing so. Last time I talked to Ed, one of the things, the way you get an Ed to run away is you hit him with an argument so hard that he can't really come back at you until he goes home and checks with answers in Genesis. Only I was hitting Ed so hard was argument after argument that the only thing he could do is say, "You just believe you're going to hell," which made me laugh, or "You're just going in a circle with Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy," which made me confused because I told him I don't believe in the fucking natural. Argument I want to use. See, one I used on him last time was that Jesus, even if he existed, there's an argument that he didn't, and he's just a compilation of other people put together to sell Christianity. After all, all the writing about him was 60 years after the fact. And even if he did exist and he's the son of God, he's not the son of Joseph, and kingship is dependent on who the father is. Next argument to get Ed to go home, I'm thinking, would be this. Even if Jesus did exist and he was the Son of God, doesn't prove that he died on the cross. Or he's just somebody saying he's the Son of God doesn't prove that he died on the cross. What if, instead of a long lost brother coming up and saying, taking Jesus' place, what if Jesus had a fall guy? Someone who looked similar to him. After all, it wasn't worldwide media back in the Bronze Age. And Judas had to point Jesus out for the Romans to take him. They have a true believer, someone who thinks that Jesus is going to overthrow the Roman rule and free the Jews from oppression. So he takes Jesus' place in crucifixion. A savage beating later, and lots of screaming in agony, would explain how he looks like Jesus, but he doesn't sound like Jesus. That could fool other eyewitnesses. You know, nothing quite like screaming in agony for hours to hurt your voice. People would fucking buy it. Then afterwards, Jesus tries to pop up after they whisk the body away and says, "Look, I came back from the dead." But it didn't work. Nobody bought the shit, or the Romans were too fucking much trouble for his lie to take traction and for him to stage an uprising. So he disappears in obscurity, only to have the story picked up by the Romans later in the Exegetical Council under Constantine. Tell me down in the comment section down below if you think that's a good argument. I think it's a much more logical one than he was ascended to the heavens. If you make videos, atheist videos, feel free to advertise your channel down below in the comment section. Till next time, goodbye.